Call it.
Tails. Yes.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, I'll have the D-man. Dynamo.
Yes. OK. Well, I've got to start strong. Cho.
OK, I need someone with a beautiful voice. Beverly.
Oh,
yes. What a team.
OK. Reggie.
Got to be Reggie.
Yeah. Sweet, OK. Two sides?
It's pretty even.
Yeah, that's nice. Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Hey, guys...
Paxton, host.
Welcome to the show. I'm Adam Buxton, off of Adam and Joe and some films and my BBC 6 music radio show. If none of those ring any bells for you, then just take my word for it. I am Adam Buxton, I swear to you. Joining me tonight for some pop-based hilarity on Noel's team. She's not been on the show before. We should have booked her. We would have booked her. We could have booked her, but we didn't book her. But we have now, so it's fine. It's British soul legend Beverly Knight. And Dynamo. He's the most talked about magician of his generation. He can also clear a blocked drain with no call out. It's Dynamo, ladies and gentlemen. And on Phil's team tonight... She's an American comedian and recording artist whose songs include Your Dick, My Puss and Eat Shit and Die. Timeless songs that my mum used to sing to me when I was little. It's Margaret Cho. He's a well-known actor, presenter and Radio 1 DJ. And he's taken a day off from running his very successful chain of wine bars. It's Reggie Yates. Now, Dynamo, before we kick off, have you got anything cool you could show us?
Want me to start the show like this, yeah?
Go on, lay something cool on me.
Bev, I noticed you had some mints backstage. Do you have them here?
Yeah, I do.
Beef are we talking about here?
No, mints.
No.
Yeah. Do you want one?
Is that all right?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Oh, don't do that.
Oh, my God.
Oh, flippin' heck, Tucker. If you don't like it, just spit it out.
I think that trick could be slightly improved if you did it with a baby bell.
Yeah. Nice, I have no hole in the middle.
Donut?
Donut work.
Let me know when he starts ripping donuts out of his throat. I'm in.
Now, I always thought Nevermind the Buzzcocks was missing a trick by not having bespoke radio-style jingles to explain each round. So here's a bit of an AC/DC-style jingle for you right now. 2, 3, 4. Here are some things that are somehow connected, although it seems so unlikely. If possible, please give a humorous response before you answer it rightly. Thank you.
Now, that was cool.
I'm going to show you a picture in which we've morphed together two well-known faces from the world of music. First, the teams have to tell me who those faces belong to, and then what connects them. Noel's team. Who's been morphed?
Jesus. Yeah? We thought that was Rasta Mouse. Reggie, do you do some voices for Rasta Mouse?
I am the voice of the mouse himself, yes.
Oh, Rasta Mouse!
No, it's not going to happen.
You're not going to do a bit of Rasta Mouse? He just pulled a polo out of his neck.
Who wants to see Reggie?
Yeah, come on!
Reggie, can I just say, if I was the voice of Rasta Mouse, that would be my only voice.
Have you seen the show?
Yes.
It's really up there. It's quite high. It's hard to get to.
Noel thinks it's a documentary.
I saw a mouse today as well, actually.
Did he have locks?
He was a dubstep mouse. You were saying that the Rastafarians were a bit annoyed because the mouse is quite small.
They were vexed because they said the mouse is like this little creature, and they were like, should be a lion! Should represent a lion!
Rasta lion doesn't have the same ring.
No!
Are you really not going to do it? Because now I'm dying.
I thought they'd all forgotten it.
Just say never mind the Buzzcocks in the style of Rasta Mouse.
Go on.
God. All right, well, look, all right, just to prevent ruining it for any children, can I, like, hide my face?
Sure.
I'm going to turn around so you can't see me. Don't put me off. It's like being at the urinal. I don't want you to look at me. You know what's funny? I can feel you wiggling a little bit because you're trying not to laugh.
Yeah, that's right. Trying not to laugh.
I can't bloody do it. Never. I can't do it. I tried, I really did. I can't do it. I can't. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
It's really easy to do. If you don't know that it's coming, then I'll just suddenly go...
Just give me a nudge.
I'll just go, mouse now!
There you
like
go.
that. And it's not a pressure situation.
That's the
at
deal,
all.
yeah. When there's no pressure on, I can deliver the mouse.
Yeah, OK. When the pressure's not on, we can all deliver the mouse.
Yes. So how are you getting on with that picture? He's a nice-looking chap, though, isn't he?
A little bit like Jack Sparrow.
The word Jack Sparrow shouldn't be said in that accent. It's a bit like Jack Sparrow. It was quite beautiful. You're from Bradford, aren't you?
Yeah.
I had a friend from Bradford, and when something went wrong, he used to go, "Oh, no, it's an horror show." You said Jack Sparrow?
Yeah.
Do you think this is Keith?
Keith, right?
I think that might be Keith Richards.
Well, I'm going to give you a clue just to help you along.
Go on.
This is a clue featuring the lyrics of one of the celebrities, sung sort of in the style of the other one.
Get out of the way, yo, get out of the way, yo. Biggie Smalls just got dropped, little move past the Mac, and let me hit him in his back. Frank White needs to get spanked right.
You've got this, haven't you?
Two-pack.
It's two-pack.
Pretty girly-eye two-pack.
Keith Richards and Tupac.
Yeah.
Let's see if you're right.
Yeah.
Look at that. Absolutely right. Keith Richards and Tupac. The question is, what connects the two, though?
Well, their faces were fused.
I have a physical clue for you. Here we go.
Oh! Yeah. Didn't Keith say that when his dad died, he had his dad's ashes and he chopped out a line of his dad and snorted a line of his dad? Don't look at me like I'm a sicko. I didn't do it.
He talks about it in his book.
He chops out
He
a
says,
line.
oh, this is being blown out of all proportion. I did a tiny bit.
But where's Pac come into it, then?
Was Tupac cremated?
I think you've pretty much got it. Both are linked to the misuse of cremated remains. Keith Richards claims that he snorted his father's ashes, while Tupac's old crew, the Outlaws, claimed that they smoked his ashes at a memorial barbecue on the beach. Good barbecue. Phil's team, whose faces have we morphed here? Ooh.
I mean, I'm just, like, looking at it sideways like this with all of the hair, to me, it just looks like porn. So...
I assure you that is wrong for porn.
Yeah.
Here's a clue featuring the lyrics of one of those celebrities delivered sort of in the style of the other.
What are you gonna do with all that junk inside your trunk? I'm gonna get you drunk, get you love drunk off my hump, innit?
I don't remember there being an in it on the original version of My Humps.
This is the remix.
Well, it's obvious, it's Fergie, innit? 'Cause that was a song,
Okay,
My
so
Humps, right?
So it's Fergie.
Whoever the other person is looks quite hip-hop. There's a hat, there's a chain.
As soon as I saw that tiny, tiny moustache, I can't help but be reminded of a young man that sat next to me on a number of occasions on this very quiz. Is it Dappy from Dubs?
Fergie and Dappy. Let's see if you're right. There you go. Absolutely right. Well done. It's Dappy and Fergie from the Black Eyed Peas, but the question is, what connects the two?
Oh, lordy.
Well, think past times. What do these amazing artists get up to when they're not creating timeless sounds?
Do you have a clue there?
Yeah, I've got a bit of a clue.
Mine host, whip it out.
A delicious bit of fish.
Why'd you give it to me like I'm gonna chop it up? And
Oh, look at that.
How am I going to get home and explain? I'm going to say, yeah, I've been doing Buzzcocks, love, so why does your breath and fingers... Anyway,
They're keen anglers. They're keen, they're not.
Bongo.
Shut up.
You're absolutely right, Phil. They are both keen fishermen. Fergie is an ardent angler, while Dappy loves carp fishing. We actually have a picture of Dappy on the front cover of Total Carp. This is real. This is not mocked up. There he is.
look at the size of that thing.
I know, it's giant.
I'm going to need a bigger boat, you know what I mean?
Dappy grew up in Camden, and so presumably fell in love with fishing when he caught his first condom-infested shopping trolley. Have a bit of time to think about it. I'll just buffer. Next up, it's the intros round. Here's a little jingle for you in a very modern synth pop style. Intros round, it's the intros round. Do the start of the song just by making some sound. Using your mouth or using your arse. If you don't know the song, then you're gonna have to pass. Thank you very much. Noel and Beverly, here are yours for Dynamo.
Okay.
Wow. Do nothing at all. I just felt like I was letting the side down.
I'm gonna have to pass on that one, I think. I can't.
You're gonna have to pass on it.
You know it.
You say you're gonna pass on it, and then you're gonna bring a coconut on, chop it in half, and the answer's gonna be...
Phil, would you like to...
You know the song?
The female of the species is more deadlier than the male.
Join the mouse!
Huh? Never mind, I can't do it.
Reggie, absolutely right. It was Space with the female of the species. Next intro, please.
Oh, yeah.
Magic Moments.
Very good. Absolutely correct. Magic Moments by Perry Como.
Oh, yes.
This is how it should have sounded. Now, this seems like a good point at which to ask you, Dynamo, if you could provide us with perhaps another magic moment.
Do you want to see something that's quite freaky, yeah?
Yeah.
Watch this.
Oh, no.
But have you seen this?
Wow. Yeah? Have you seen this?
Prepare to be amazed!
Phil and Margaret, here are your intros for Reggie.
Okey okey. Wow, show's going. Wow.
Sorry.
No, not going to happen. Noel's team.
Is it Pinball Wizard, The Who?
Pinball Wizard by The Who. Absolutely correct. Well done. Here is how it should have sounded. Windmill.
Ever since I was a young boy.
Next one, please, Phil.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Get down.
I'm sorry. I was really into it.
No, I've got nothing.
To be fair, we're not very good. It sounded like I was waiting for a cat to finish abusing itself.
Noel, Beverly, Dynamo, any ideas?
Rasta Mouse.
What?
Rasta Mouse.
theme tune.
Never mind about no. Next one, I'll get it.
Each time, he gets a little further along.
I'm lost. Totally.
Bon Jovi.
Oh!
Yeah, was it Bon Jovi? I knew it. I knew.
Mouse, come on.
I'll just do my own voice. I can't, sorry.
Bon Jovi, but which track?
Something Glory. No.
I think I know what it is.
Place of Glory!
Yay! Blaze of Glory by John Bon Jovi. John Bon Jovi says that his ideal partner would wear blue jeans, cowboy boots and have voluptuous breasts. So, in other words, Simon Cowell. We also heard The Who with Pinball Wizard. Pete Townsend says that he's now almost completely stone deaf, which is a shame. Not only might it end his musical career, he also won't hear his wife coming up the stairs when he's using the internet. Right, it's time for the mystery lineup round. And I've got a little jingle here for you in the popular Cajun pop country style that's rapidly overtaking dubstep, I think you'll find.
Fame is like a prostitute. She'll lift you up, but she'll also go down. One day you're having fun, and she's polishing your junk. The next, you're in the mystery lineup round.
Song about the vicissitudes of fame there. Noel, Dynamo and Beverly, how about some early 80s British jazz funk for you? For the audience only, here is Light of the World. That was Light of the World with I Shot the Sheriff. But which one of our lineup is singer and lead guitarist Nat Augustine? Is it number 1, I Shot the Sheriff? Number 2, I Shot JR? Number 3, I shot my own porn film? Number 4, I shot my wife and kids? Or number 5, I shat my pants? Noel's team.
I think number 2, because he's holding like a firm gaze.
That's what I thought
It's so cool.
Come on, Merlin.
Yeah.
You can do better than that. It's easily number 3. Look at his stance. He doesn't give a shit.
It could be number 1.
Oh, thanks. It could be number 1.
Say something funny, we'll try break him.
It's not as easy as that. Number 1's got the eyes, though, hasn't he?
Yeah.
He's got the eyes of a haunted old Russian lady. I'm like like Columbo. It looks like I don't know what I'm doing, but it's all going on up here. What do you think? Number one? I think number one.
I'll follow you then.
Going for number one?
Yeah, number one.
All right, let's find out. Would the real Nat Augustin please step forward? There he is, number two. Now gigging as a solo artist and with a new album from Light of the World out soon, Nat Augustin, ladies and gentlemen. Phil, Reggie and Margaret, would you like a slice of 90s UK garage?
Yeah. You betcha.
Yeah.
OK, for the audience only, here are Artful Dodger. That was Artful Dodger with Moving Too Fast. But which of our lineup is vocalist Romina Johnson? Is it number one, Moving Too Fast? Number two, Moving to France? Number three, Moving Back In with Her Parents? Number four, Moving Me to Tears? Or number five, Moving Performance in Holby City last week? Well done. Phil's team.
It's not 4. She's too young. Definitely not 4. 3 looks really angry, so it might be her. She's got the... What are you talking about that bitch for? In her eyes.
2 looks crossest, I think.
Yeah, she does.
And just for 2, do the mouse.
Never mind the Buzzcocks.
I'm getting a 1 vibe.
I'm getting a 1 vibe.
OK. We think it's 1.
Would the real Romina Johnson please step forward? Oh, yes, she is. With her album Soul River out now, Romina Johnson, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much. So, we end with a round based on my pet subject, YouTube comments. This is a kind of a missing words round based on real YouTube comments that we have found. Phil's team. This appeared underneath the video for Baby by Justin Bieber. Justin Bieber is nothing but a what?
A beautiful lesbian.
Fish finger with hair.
Here is what it actually said. Justin Bieber is nothing but a crack addict. He's a crack addict. Here's a comment that was left under one of your videos, Margaret. She just gave me what?
Big wood.
That is not bad. She just gave me a hard-on. Very good, Reggie. You're getting into the swing of things.
Nice.
Good time.
Thanks.
Margaret, this was another comment that was left underneath one of your videos.
Whoa.
Whoever dislikes this video is a what face?
I've got it. Whoever dislikes this video is an intricate charcoal drawing of a...
Let's reveal the answer. Whoever dislikes this video is a mini bobini turd poo-poo face. It's one of the worst kind of faces there is. Reggie, this is a comment that appeared underneath a video of you at work. I would love to work with him. I love him. He's fantastic. But he does have what?
A mini bobini stupid face.
Let's reveal it. I'd love to work with him. He is fantastic, but he does have strangly long fingers. Noel's team. This comment was left underneath a Britney Spears video, Gimme More. I will give you my... what? Britney. It's the emoticon at the end there.
Jelly hair.
Gelly hair 45, the 45th of the Gelly hair clan.
My discarded pubes.
Oh, that's not too far from the truth. Let's reveal it. I will give you my penis.
I like that Gelly Hair said, I'm going to call myself Gelly Hair 1. Oh, Gelly Hair... Oh, this is
Gelly hair 27! Sweet Christ! Here is a comment that was left underneath a video of you, Dynamo, performing, and this was left by Jerry Babuna. He says, This guy must be a... what?
Wizard. A new Paul Daniels.
Genius.
This guy must be a... alien or something. Oh, look at the skills on this guy. He's an alien or something. It's Jerry Babuna. He always can spot an alien or something. I think Jerry Babuna could have done justice to those Pete Townsend jokes. He can't hear his wife coming up on the internet. What or something? Here's another comment that was left underneath your video, Dynamo. You're all just jealous because Dynamo and David Blaine are the only people on planet made from what? Whereas you are made from what?
Oh, that's Jerry Babuna again.
You are the only people on planet made from... Sutin. Let's have a look. You are all just jealous because Dynamo and David Blaine are the only people on planet made from... God's sperm. Whereas you are made from shit sperm.
People actually write that stuff.
Come on, these are the intelligent ones. Here's a comment that appeared underneath the video for Shoulda, Woulda, Coulda by Beverly Knight. And it was left by McKenna, 1, who says simply, what?
Tutin!
It is...
shit sperm.
Milf.
Traumatizing her.
He'll be in the front row of your next concert, I imagine.
Oh, my God.
Eosutin! Now, the scores at the end of that round are 5-all, so it's a draw, teams. Okay? That means it's a tie-break situation. So I'm going to show you a homemade clip. Count how many Mobies there are in this clip. Go!
Moby, 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 Michael Stipe, Moby, 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 Michael Stipe, Michael Stipe, Michael Stipe, Moby, Moby, Michael Stipe, Moby, 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 Michael Chiklis, Bruce Willis, Bruce Willis, Bruce Willis, Michael Chiklis, Moby, Moby, Michael Stipe, Michael Chiklis has the Blumenthal.
Give it all there. Might have been thrown by Blumenthal at the end there, but how many Mobies did you count? Phil?
12.
You going for 12? Noel's team?
Yeah. 14.
The correct answer was 15, so Noel, you were closest there with 14, which means that you are tonight's winners! Noel team, ladies and gentlemen! Thank you to Noel, Beverly, and Dynamo. Thank you very much to Phil, Reggie, and Margaret. This has been Never Mind the Buzzcocks. I've been Adam Buxton. Good night.
1, 2, 3.
Will Young will be guest host next Monday at the same time, 10 o'clock, here on BBC Two. Sally Gunnell and Gordon Strachan line up for a question of sport on BBC One in 5 minutes, while on BBC Three at 10:35, it's Top Gear USA.
Cheerio. Thanks for having me. Bye. Oh. Oh. It's a nice box.